Fishers, we've got some really mixed reports around at the moment. Those who fish a lot are having a huge amount of success. They understand how the changes are, the dam heights change, the river heights change, and they fish in accordance to it. The once-a-year fisherman struggles a little bit this time of year because it is hot, there's a lot of boat traffic on the water, and the dams and rivers change quite a bit, so they'll struggle a little bit. But in saying all that, we are catching good numbers of fish pretty well everywhere. Getting good reports from Dartmouth Dam. Most of the trout there are down about 20 feet. Seems to be the secret spot at the moment. Early morning seems to be one of the better options, but through the day's okay. You might have to go a little bit deeper through the middle of the day. Some nice rainbows and browns coming out of it. Doesn't seem to matter what type of lure. Trolling with forward fenders, cowbells, or even dragging a few McGraths around, Tassies, doesn't seem to matter. The fishing is pretty consistent there at the moment. Most of the Victorian streams are good. The Hume Weir, the yellowbelly have quietened down a fair bit compared to where they were about 3 or 4 weeks ago, as we mentioned last week. But what we've got there at the moment, it's showing signs of the redfin firing up, looking very promising. There's a lot of redfin getting caught in patches. Like I said, not everybody's catching them, and most of them are small, but there's some very sizable fish amongst them. You should have no trouble getting a really good feed of reddies once you find them. Some of them around that 35 to 45 centimetres, so they're quite respectable fish, so we're really pleased with that. Not a great deal of big yellows coming out at the moment down there, but there's a few in amongst the reddies. Small, really small yabbies will do the job extremely well. Blades or jackals, another good option down there at the moment, so it looks pretty promising, so it looks real good. The river, absolutely fantastic, getting a lot of fish out of the Murrumbidgee River. Huge amount of small fish, as we've mentioned previously, so use big baits. Big yabbies are definitely the way to go at the moment, and trolling, casting lures around. Now the river's up and down a little bit, so you'll have to be a little bit aware of that when you're putting your boats in. Could be a bit slippery in some boat ramps, but look, it's fishing incredibly well, so get out there. Just make sure you don't leave any rubbish around on the reserves and that sort of thing. That's a real big plus at the moment. Don't do that. Old Man Creek's not too bad. Blowering Dam, getting good reports out of Blowering Dam. Off the bank with yabbies seems to be better than anything else. Very consistent that way. They're trolling a few, working pretty hard for them. We're going away from that full moon scenario at the moment, so that early morning situation will be a lot better. From about sort of 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning down to about 10, 11 in the morning should be quite good. You'll get some good trolling action in then. Tumut River, high, hard to fish. Burrinjuck, getting good reports out of there again. Yellowbelly out in that deeper water, just at the tops of the trees, getting some excellent reports on small yabbies, shrimp if you can get hold of them, and also black soft plastics. Really hard to beat at the moment up there. Trolling seems to be a little bit mediocre out of the Juck. Cod slowed down over the last couple of days, and they did have a bit of crappy weather, a bit of wind and that, which plays a bit of havoc and it makes it a bit hard. So as you can see, there's a bit of action there too. Wangler not too bad. Eucumbene, Tantangra, Jindabyne, all fishing quite well. Bait fishermen are doing better than anybody else out of there at the moment, so doing extremely good, fishing off the bank with worms, mud eyes if you can get hold of them, or even power baits doing quite well. Trolling, very respectable, getting a lot of mixed reports, doesn't seem to matter what type of lure either. I would try and put all the effort in that real early morning session when the water's at its coolest, and then give it another hit late in the afternoon. Through the day you'll need to run a bit of lead line or something of that nature to cover your options. So as you can see, we're pretty happy with the whole scene. Make sure if you're travelling anywhere down the coast for New Year, be safe and have a good New Year. This is the Compleat Angler's Fishing Report this week. Catch you next week.